Hey, am I live? I got the test. Hey, am I live? I had a bad connection before. Anyway, all right, well, I'm going to assume we're live, and we're going to get started. So, guys, first of all, I'm live. All right, good. Hey, what's up, guys? Wednesday night, 8:30, our weekly Facebook Live. There's Todd Hughes. What's up, Todd? I want to start off by letting you guys know that if you're getting this in the form of an email and you're getting this in a text message, and if you're not currently in our secret, super secret, private Facebook group, the Gel Entourage, you need to get in that group, guys. I think there's 800 and some people in the group now, but I looked in the back office and I now have over 3,500 people on my team alone. So where are the other 2,700 people? I don't know, but they're missing a lot of good information. So two things. If you are watching this and you are not in the Gel Entourage private Facebook group page, you need to be added by somebody. So ask whoever brought you into this business, ask your sponsor. If they don't know, go up to the next level. And if they don't know, reach out to me directly, reach out to Ilaria. We'll make sure that we have to first connect with you as a friend on Facebook. And I'm already maxed out at 5,000, but I'm constantly deleting people, making room for my new friends in this business, of course. But it's very important that you get on this page. Now, if you are watching this and you have people in your group, guys, that are not on this page, that's a very important thing to get them plugged in. And I think that's one of the key things I'd like to talk about a little bit later. And we'll keep this real brief. I know Alex went long tonight, but a very good call. But getting people plugged in. So, hey, Lauren, how are you? All right, guys, so Alex Alexi was live on the New Life page here a little while ago. If you missed that, we are going to put the replay below so you can watch that. Please watch that. Encourage your teams to watch that. He had some really good updates. I think he went about 35, 40 minutes. So I want to give you the 1-minute recap of why you want to watch that. He basically talked about a new customer service portal that'll be rolling out in the next 10 to 14 days, which we're all happy to hear. He talked about the 8-packs that are going to be coming available in November, so give or take about 3 weeks. Talked about a new pump, a new airless pump for a new bottle, so for more accurate dosing and also for less waste. Now, nobody wastes it. Obviously, a lot of people will go in there and scoop out whatever's in the bottom when the pump stops working or cut it in half or whatever, but not real efficient. So he's well aware of that, and he has that down to 2 companies, and they just have to decide which one, and they're going to roll that out with the new airless pump, kind of like the cosmetics, have that, which is pretty cool. He talked about the delivery mechanism specifically. Again, one of the most common objections that comes up is, well, HGH is a very large single molecule. How is it possible to penetrate, into the skin transdermally? Well, it is, and it does, and he gives you some great reasons why scientifically. So you definitely want to watch that. He went over the dosage once again, correcting that for people, and talked about some new corporate hires and some new customer service situations. Specifically, where we're all concerned, guys, Brianna is her name. She is a customer service department head just for Diamond Ambassadors. So there are 41 Diamond Ambassadors, of which I am one. And what we're doing while we're getting customer service fixed is we're asking everyone that if you can't get through to customer service, bring it to your Diamond Ambassador. In this case, that would be me. Or more specifically, that would be Ilaria. Don't bring it to me, okay, because I can't help you. But what you want to do is get it to Ilaria, and then she has an online spreadsheet, kind of like a shared Google Doc, so that she can upload all outstanding issues. So if there's a binary move, somebody needs to be moved or anything like that, we obviously can't do that. And the average customer service rep can't either, but we have a direct line. Now, we don't have a phone line. There's not a magic number we can call, but we do have this spreadsheet system, which is working quite well. So definitely, if you're not able to get something fixed on your end, bring it to Ilaria, and then, of course, we'll do our best to get it fixed for you. And, we're at their mercy, too, guys, at the end of the day. I know quite a few of you have a few outstanding issues that haven't been fixed yet. And frankly, there's nothing we can do. We can just keep pushing and uploading it to the sheet and, getting Joe Giuliano involved, which is what we've started doing. And things are getting fixed, but they're just completely overwhelmed. And, it's not an excuse. It's just the reality of a startup. And, it is what it is. Nobody likes it, right? But it is what it is. So we're doing all we can, and especially Ilaria. I give her a lot of credit for really staying on them. And, it's going to get all resolved, trust me. And I'm stepping in, too. People who didn't, and I think everybody's gotten their bottles for the most part, other than 2 people that I know, Latera, your girl. But we're taking care of that. Thankfully, I have some stock, and I'm just sending people bottles. So I think everybody's pretty much good right now. So 2 upcoming event points I want to bring up to your attention. Joe Occhiogrosso brought Eric Worre onto the call Monday night. And if you didn't see that call, it was a very good call. Somebody who's been in the industry that long, I never knew who he was prior to getting in this business, Eric Worre, but he's the trainer of trainers when it comes to direct sales, network marketing, direct, whatever you want to call it. MLMs, right? He's the godfather of the whole thing. So he joined us. And what was so cool about his call is that he was talking about the growth of the company and how exciting it is. And he drew parallels to other companies that when they were in their startup phase, that it was just a mess, but they went on to become billion-dollar companies, right? So I guess it was a kind of a ray of sunshine and hope. When you're going through it, it sucks and nobody wants to hear that, but it is the truth. And that's kind of where we stand. Now, he's having an event in Las Vegas. Now, please pay attention to this. This is critical. December 4th through 6th, there's an event in Las Vegas, okay? Don't stress it. And let me explain. If you are on the West Coast, if you have the ability, but with your job, with your finances, to travel to Las Vegas and go to that 3-day event, I highly suggest you go. If you don't worry about it. In fact, I will tell you this. We are now confirmed for December 14th and 15th to have a Philadelphia regional. In Philadelphia, we're going to hold our own regional. We're probably going to have 1,000 people there, guys. Now, if you had to choose between Las Vegas or Philadelphia, I know Las Vegas is sexier, but Philadelphia is going to be a hell of a lot cheaper, right? I think it's $400 for the tickets for 3 days for Eric Warrior. Our tickets are going to be like $79. We're bringing in 13 confirmed Diamond Ambassadors. Danielle Rich will be there. It's going to be fantastic. The latest, the greatest, all this stuff. So especially for you people who've never been to a regional event, all the new people, frankly, all the new people that join our company, our team in the next 60 days, the key is to get them to Philadelphia, December 14th to 15th, okay? I know a lot of us are on the East Coast, and it's pretty easy to get to. Some people from Florida, Don, and other people that might have to get on a plane, but it'll be worth it. You know, I've been traveling around on my own dime to support different areas. They asked me to speak in West Palm Beach. They asked me to speak in Chicago, Granby, Connecticut, Pittsburgh, and I did all 4 of them with pleasure because I got to meet some of you for the first time, you know, because you guys are in that area. But also it was great to be able to give back and speak. So I'm known as the guy who makes videos, and it was nice to get such a warm reception from all those people, which was pretty nice. So once again, if you're able to make Las Vegas, wonderful. But if you have to decide, am I going to go to Vegas or am I going to go to Philadelphia, support the home team and come to Philadelphia December 14th and 15th, okay? Want to clear that? Because a lot of you have actually reached out to me and said, I don't know, I can't really do both. Well, listen, it's not even a question. Come to Philly the 14th and 15th. I'm not sure, but I heard Santa Claus is going to be there too with a big bag of gifts for Don Thornton. I don't know. It's just a rumor, but we'll see. All right. Bill Bono, haven't been to Philly since '06. Well, it's time, man. They got a lot of bars there. I know you like your microbrews and craft brews, so you got to come check it out, man. That'll be good. Yo, Adrian, Jell's coming hometown. Exactly, man. And for those of us local, those of us in Jersey and Pennsylvania, my God, it's going to be so easy to get people there because it's right, you know, you got the airport, you got 95, you got trains. So it's a very strategic location. It's going to be a really good one, especially with the talent we got coming in. So that's going to be cool. All right, so I want to open this up for questions in a few minutes, but there's 1, 2, 3 quick things I want to talk to you about. So a lot of the calls that I've been doing, my strategy has shifted. And if you're not aware that, please pay attention. This applies to you, whoever you are watching this. My strategy has shifted to literally working, low battery, has shifted to working 90% downline. 90% of my phone calls, 90% of my efforts, 90% of everything I do in this business is for you, okay? My calendar, 90% of the calls now are downline. Strategy calls with brand new people getting on board, wanting to get them enthused and getting ready to go, right? 3-way calls to talk to new people after they've gone through the system. I need to do this because I have that obligation to you. In a business of direct sales where you build teams of people, guys, you may be watching this and you have no team, it's just you. Or you got a few people and maybe they're not around anymore or they're not doing anything. And that's all part of this, trust me. I know, I got a lot of people that aren't around anymore and that aren't doing anything either. But the people that stick around, the people that catch the vision, that want to do this, that's who we work with, right? Am I always going to reach out to those that aren't active and say, hey, John, I haven't talked to you in a while. Hey, you know, Lisa. Yes, I'm always going to, you know, because I have an actual spreadsheet. So the people I personally brought in, I'm always going to keep touching base with them, seeing how they're doing. Is there anything I can do for you? That's my biggest question. And you guys who know me know that one of the biggest things I've always asked on the phone, I'll always send you in a text message, a Facebook message is, how can I help you? What can I do for you? They're not just words, guys. I mean that. Can I get on a phone? Do you need help? Are you struggling in a certain area? Are you saying certain things to certain people and you're just not, your message isn't getting across? Let me give you an example. Not going to name names, but a new guy got in the business, very, very influential person, very connected, right? Big spheres of influence like we talk about. And he said, all right, I'm going to go to my sphere. And I told him, I told him exactly what to do. I gave him the script. I said, PS3, think PlayStation, right back in the day. You pique their interest with a question, you show them a 3-minute video, and do a follow-up within 24 hours. The 3 means, when necessary, get me on a 3-way call. Okay. So I got a text that, damn, I wish I could pull it up. It's on my phone. I'm using my phone. But the text basically said, okay, I've reached out to my inner circle and none of them are interested. And I said, well, I said, all right, well, possibly it's probably something that you're saying. Oh, no, it's not something I'm saying. They're just not interested. So I'm going to go more to a cold market. Hey, look, I mean, that's fine. But the reality is this. Can we just be honest with each other here? Guys, if you're speaking to people and they're not interested, either you're talking to the wrong people or you're saying the wrong thing or you're saying too much. That's it. That's it. Remember, less is more, and there's a strategy here. One of the things that I feel like a broken record when I'm on all these strategy calls with people, here's what I tell them, and if you haven't been on one with me, let me share that with you now. You pique their interest with a question, hey, have you heard of the gel? That's it. Now, here's the key that you have to remember. If you haven't spoken to them in a while, it's a guy you used to do real estate with back in the day, it's a friend you haven't talked to in a while, be a human being and reconnect with them first. Start following their page on Facebook, liking some of their posts, comment, re-engage. Maybe do that for a week or two, right? Don't just pounce on them right away. And then you could reach back out to them. Hey, man, been seeing some of your posts. How you been? You know, how are the kids? You still working over there at so-and-so? By the way, right, like Columbo, by the way, have you heard of the gel? They're either going to say yes or no. Now, if they say yes, it's probably because of stuff they saw you posted on your page. But more times than not, especially if they're not active on their page, and who knows why Facebook shows what it does, but they're going to, let's just say they're not familiar, because most people are saying, well, not really. I've seen you post that. What's this all about? Perfect. That's the P. Now you want to show them some information. This is where it gets tricky, because right there, you have the ability to either thrive or completely screw it up. What I mean by that is if you start saying too much, if you start trying to message on Facebook or text somebody saying all that you know and all this, and I see people doing that a lot out of excitement, people are going to think they have enough information, make a decision, and they're gone. And I think that's what this gentleman did, but we'll leave that alone until I talk to him. At the end of the day, you basically want to get them on the phone. I know it takes a little bit more time than just sending a message, but it's so much more powerful, right? If they haven't heard of the gel, be like, listen, when do you have a few minutes we can talk? Let's reconnect for a few minutes. When can we chat for a few minutes? I'm always very specific to say few minutes, so they know I'm not trying to get them on an hour-long phone call. Hey, man, when do you have a few minutes tomorrow? We can hop on a quick call, right? If you have any relationship with them at all, 99% of them are going to be agreeable to, well, yeah, call me at lunch, call me after work, right? They're going to get on the phone with you. That's when you deliver the message. You get on the phone with them. All right, Jason. Hey, Jason. Listen, man, great connect. Listen, I just wanted to hop on real quick. I got to run. But remember that message I sent you talking about the gel? Listen, I put myself in front of a trend that's absolutely going viral. I'm working with a startup out of San Francisco. We're bringing to market the world's first transdermal HGH gel. Are you familiar with HGH? So ask them a question. Let them answer. I always do that. Are you familiar with HGH? Now, either they are or they aren't. And if they're not, I'll say, oh, it's what a lot of the Hollywood stars take. That's why they don't age. Think Halle Berry, think Sylvester Stallone, right? Oh, yeah, I have heard of that. Or, yeah, I'm familiar with it. My buddy at the gym takes it, or whatever the case may be. Whatever they say doesn't matter, because it's just getting you to the next point to say, look, I want to send you some information. I got a quick 3-minute video. Again, I'm working with these guys. This thing is going viral. I see a tremendous opportunity here, and if nothing else, a product that I think could really help you. When can you put aside 5 minutes or so and go through this information so we can hop on another call and talk? Well, what's it all about, Brian? I mean, can you tell me some more? I mean, what's the deal here? Listen, man, I really got to run. This video is going to explain a lot, and I'd love to hop on a call with you when you're done. Now, something magical happens, okay, when that happens. When you send them the video, because you didn't really tell them anything, you've piqued their curiosity even more, and I'm telling you, 90+% of the people actually watch it. Plus, if you consider it's only 3 minutes, you're not asking them to do a lot. Now, when they watch the video, I don't know why it's so powerful, but thank God it is. When we get back on the phone with those people, most of them, trust me, most of them are saying, where can I get it? Tell me more about it. They're interested. And then this is when you answer their questions. This is when you tell them if you've been on it for how long, if you've got any results yet, what they are, right? This is when you can tell them, add them to the Facebook group if you're connected, right? Whatever. But then you're going to find that most of those people are going to want to order or get involved with you. And if not, they got questions you can't answer. That's when you pull in your upline. That's when you pull in me and say, listen, let's get this guy Brian on the phone. Let's get Don on the phone. Let's get Mike Latero on the phone. He's been doing this longer than me. He knows a little bit more. I'm still kind of new at this, but he's got the answers and he's doing very well. What's your schedule like tomorrow? And in my case, pull up my calendar link, boom, lock him in for a 3-way call. That's our marketing plan. That's literally our marketing strategy for this business. Pique their interest, show them the 3-minute video, follow up within 24 hours, and when necessary, do a 3-way call. I say when necessary because some people got the wrong idea. They thought every person they spoke to and sent a video to, they got to get on a three-way call with me. Absolutely not the case, okay? Number one, I'm running out of time. And number two, most of those people don't need a three-way call. But for the ones that do, I'm more than happy to do as many as it takes. And you guys know that who've been using me, okay? Keep it simple. What are you saying? Is it working? Two last points. Are you working? Why did I write that down? As a reminder, guys, it's so easy to not do this business. It's so easy to forget about it. Go back to your profession, your business, your kids, right? Because we're all busy. Prior to you getting involved in this business, prior to you watching this live tonight, you were doing something else. And in fact, you still are. So if you're not plugged in, and this is where I'm coming full circle when I talked about being plugged in before, if you're not plugging your people in specifically to this page so they get the call notices, they get the updates, they see the videos, they're gone. Now, I don't mean they're gone, they quit the business, but if they're not plugged in, and when someone's not thinking about this business and they're not plugged in, they're not taking action. They're not talking to anybody. They're not piquing interest in showing videos and sending videos. They're just not, because it's easy not to do, right? It's a forced effort. It's like going to the gym. You don't just go to the gym and work out. It's a decision. Okay, I'm going to go tomorrow. I'm going to get up a little earlier, put your shoes, put your clothes by the end of the bed. That's what I do. And you actually prepare and you plan to be successful, to lose weight and get in better shape by going to the gym. It's no different in this business. You have to plan and prepare and say, okay, you know what? I'm going to reach out to 2 people today. I'm going to, send that text message or direct Facebook message to 2 people. Hey, John, have you heard of the gel? And you hold yourself accountable to that. Guys, nothing in life is guaranteed, but I can guarantee you one thing. If you have a daily commitment to yourself, not to me, not to anybody else, that you honor, and you're consistent with that, over time you will get results. Because look, taking the weekends off, there's 5 days, Monday through Friday. If you did 2 a day, that's 10 people a day. That's 40 people a month. You're asking the question, have you heard of the gel? 40 people a month? 95% of them probably going to say no. I mean, how many of those are going to see the video? Maybe 30 of them? Maybe 20 of them you get on the phone with. I mean, out of 20 people, you think any of them are going to get involved, buy the product, want to get on a call with me? But that's just, you'll probably add 5, 6, 7, 8 people to your business in a month. But you know what? It starts with the daily activity. So again, it's a mindset thing. I love when people train on mindset because I'm one of the biggest students in the world of mindset. I think you guys know I start every day listening to people like Les Brown and Tony Robbins and people like that because I need help. I need training every day. The world is so negative and the kids could drive you crazy and bills and all the other garbage we got to deal with in life bogs you down. I don't care who you are and how positive you are. You need to continually bring positive into your mind. So I'm a big believer in keeping myself positive, keeping myself motivated so that I can share some of this energy with the people I'm working with, frankly, with all of you guys, right? So that's mindset. And last point before we get into questions is the 2x2. Guys, the first goal to set for somebody is not to get them to Diamond Ambassador, not to get them to coach or promoter. It's when somebody gets started, help them get their 2 people. One on the left, one on the right. Congratulations, you got a new promoter. Now, these 2 people, what do? You help John get his 2 people. You help Mary get her 2 people. And every person, the goal, preferably within 7 to 10 days, is to get them their 2 people so that they're active in the system. They're qualified. They're a promoter. They get recognition. And the comp plan continues to unfold like that. Where it bottlenecks, where it stops, is when you bring someone on board and they don't do anything. Now, maybe it's not your fault. And in fact, most times it's not. They're not doing anything. They're not talking. Why aren't they engaging? I don't know why. So let's get them on a phone call, right? You say, well, I can't. They're not even calling me back. Well, then move on, right? I mean, there's people I've known for years that got involved in the business and they're not doing anything right now. And I've reached out to them to help them and say, how can I help you? Tell me what I could do. And they're not even calling me back. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll put a note and I'll call them back in a few more weeks. And until they tell me to, go to hell and don't call me anymore, I'm going to keep following up with them because, they got involved for a reason. They got involved with a hope, a desire, a dream, a wish, or something they wanted from this business. And right now, something is stopping that. Now, I'm not saying I'm a miracle worker, but if I can help you lift that and get these people moving again, it's going to help them achieve what they originally wanted and why they signed on the dotted line per se, right? So, that all being said, what objections are you guys coming up with? If you're talking to people, when you're talking to people, what questions are you getting that maybe you can't answer, right? Maybe we could address some of that tonight. If you're not taking action, what are some of the things that's holding you back? Maybe I could answer live for the benefit of other people. Or do you find that you don't have time? Do you find that the day just goes by and you didn't think to do it? I mean, maybe it's as simple as setting an alarm on your calendar or your watch or whatever, right? And having a reminder go off every day at lunchtime. Hey, don't forget to get your 2 people today. Whatever it takes, right? But what can I help you with while we're here on the live? You know, let me make sure I can see questions. Hold on, guys. Hope I didn't put on quiet mode. Quiet mode turned on. Swipe left to reveal comments and reactions. Bloop. Okay, Bill Bonnell. Number one objection I'm getting right now, honestly, is that everyone I've mentioned to it is already involved. Everyone's already involved. Get the hell out of here. But listen, you of all people, man, you got a big mouth. You're charismatic. You're a large 6-figure income earner, if not 7, right, in real estate. The amount of realtors you know, brokers you know, insurance agents, title companies, attorneys, just in your profession, Bill, there's no way everybody's involved. There's no way, dude. That's impossible. Get out of here. That's a good one, though. I like that. Oh, man, big mouth. Well, I got a big mouth, too, so I can say that. So it's all right, right? Oh, God. Stephen Gresham. What's up, Stephen? Common issue. After I send get on the gel, they don't get back to me, even after I follow up. Disappearing. Great point. Great point. Guys, listen to this. Stephen, when you are sending the video, 2 questions for you. Are you giving them the link verbally over the phone? Are you sending it like through a text message or a Facebook message? Okay. And what are you saying when you send it? All right. Here's the reason I'm mentioning that. Because if you say, which I find a lot of people do because it's easy and it's non-threatening, is to say, hey, listen, you got to check this out. They send it in Facebook Messenger or whatever. Hey, check this out and let me know what you think. Hey, check this out and get back to me after you watch it. Worst 2 things you could say, because there's no sense of urgency, you place no importance, and you set no definitive follow-up. Check it out. If I'm talking to you, who can I pick on? There's Mike Latera. Mike, and I say, Mike, yo, listen, man, you got to check this out. Watch this 3-minute video, blah, blah, blah. And you said everything perfectly. Let me know after you checked it out and we could talk. Guys, that's never going to work because they're never going to watch it and they're never going to let you know because there is no sense of urgency placed on it. So what I suggest and what's working is say, listen, it's only 5 minutes. When do you think, Mike, when do you think you can put aside 5 minutes and check this out so we can hop on another call? Don't hang up the call. And again, this is why it's important to do it over the phone. Don't hang up the call until they answer you. And Mike may say, listen, I'm working tonight over at the dealership. I'll watch it when I get home tonight after I put Luca to bed. Great. You want to talk later tonight or you want to talk tomorrow, maybe on your lunch break or something? But get a definite time and say, cool. And he says, hey, let me get Luca to bed tonight, Brad. Call me around 8:30. Great, Mike. I'll call you then, right? That's it. He knows you're calling tonight at a certain time. He knows you're calling tomorrow on his lunch break. And the chance of him watching it because he knows you're calling generally goes up about 90%. It's just that little tiny tweak and twist in what you're saying. Now, could this be done in a message? Absolutely. If you have the ability to send a voice message or send an audio message through Facebook Messenger, I recommend that. They can hear the excitement in your voice, your passion, your conviction. But the key is to say the same thing before sending it. Okay, let's say I'm texting back and forth with Mike or Facebook Messenger. I say, Mike, listen, you got to check out this information, man. I got a quick 3-minute video for you with some information. It's going to take you like 5 minutes to review it. There's a product brochure. When do you think you could do that? Now, I will either type that out or say that before I send the link. Get the confirmation. But again, you'll see it's a lot easier if you're just doing it over the phone, okay? Yeah, Jared, voice message is the key. I leave voice messages all the time. The only time I can't is if I'm not connected with somebody on Facebook or they don't have an iPhone. I can't send an audio message to somebody that's an Android user because it just doesn't work that way. But anyway, or I guess I could record it and save it and send it, but that's just too much work. So I just type. So that's so weird, man. My comments are not really coming in. They're coming in, but they disappear. I don't know if I have some weird setting on. The one who collects the most knows wins. Jared, 100% correct. Steve, hopefully that'll help. Hey, Penny. Penny put on an awesome event in Pittsburgh, by the way. Fantastic. Got to meet her lovely daughter, her team out there. They're doing fantastic. And congrats again, Penny, on putting such a great event on. Always get the reaction that this can't be real HH. It can only be prescribed. Okay, that's a very good point. And Alex, in fact, discussed some of that tonight. It can only, and here's the key to any type of interaction with human beings, specifically when, I guess you could say when selling, because the reality is, guys, you may not want to hear this. You are a salesman. You now are a saleswoman. You're a salesperson. Let's be politically correct. You've always have been and you always will be because you are either being sold or you're selling. Do you understand? You are either selling or you're being sold to. Grant Cardone has an audio book, a book I'm listening to an audio called Sell or Be Sold. Guys, listen, with your children, with your spouse, with your boss, with your clients, with the guy behind the counter at the grocery store, you are either selling or you're being sold to. Every interaction you have. Because breakdown, and the selling not meaning I'm going to sell you this, meaning a transfer of idea, an acceptance of an idea. So in other words, when you are dealing with people, the point, Penny, is that you have to agree with them. Always come to a point of agreement, because you can always find agreement. You can agree with what they're saying, not with the point of what they're saying, but you can agree with that's how they feel. Does that make sense? It's kind of weird. But in other words, I can't really, listen, I understand. I totally agree with you. You're right. In most cases, you can't get real HGH unless it's by a doctor or you go to the guy, you know, at the back of the gym. But in this case, we actually have access to the world's first transdermal HGH gel that's available over the counter without a prescription. And yes, it actually does contain somatropin. Yes, it's a homeopathic microdose, but it actually contains the drug, and the proof is that we have an NDC code. You know, guys, it's so funny. Some people will say, well, it's not FDA approved. Well, FDA won't approve homeopathics, part one. And part two, you know, the NDC code is what proves that we actually have a drug in there. Granted, it's a microdose, but it obviously is working and getting great results with people. So that's a big point. Mike says, I'm ready now. I got 5. You got 5 what, kids? Continue to battle against the injections. Okay, Tommy, so here's the deal. We can't compete with the injections. You know what I'm saying? My son takes injections. There's a needle right there in that fridge. He needs that for his inactive pituitary because of being born 6 months premature, okay? Now, if you're talking to somebody that's using HGH injections, the only thing you could say to them is what number one, this is a fraction of the cost. Number two, they don't have to take a needle. But if they're taking the injections, they're probably going to want to keep taking the injections, but they're not going to take them forever. Generally, they're 6-month protocols, and this would be an awesome thing to maintain it when they're done. That's what I would say. You could also talk about the fact that, hold on, in our product, it's not just the homeopathic microdose of HGH, right? You'll notice there's 3 main ingredients. So we also have the thyroidinum, which is your thyroid support, which you're not getting with an HGH needle. You also have your glandular support, which is your adrenal complex, which you're not getting with an HGH injection, okay? And you have 20 whole leaf botanical herbs, right, that are gonna do numerous things for your body. So whether it's reducing inflammation, helping with sleep, all these other things that have nothing to do with the HGH. That's why I love the fact that they changed the product from HGH Gel to Somaderm, because it's not just HGH, right? And I think that's a key differentiator. It's great to sell it, highlight it, point it out because it's sexy. But when you're battling against somebody that is on the injections, say, keep taking the injections. When you're done your protocol, this will be an awesome thing to maintain your gains. But not only that, you can actually get on this now because it's a homeopathic microdose. It's not going to interfere with your injections, which is true. But we have all these other ingredients that are going to actually help you get more benefit out of the needles that you're sticking in your ass every day. So let's get a bottle, right? Anyway, that's what I would say. What else? Read GoPro several times. Yeah. I've been so busy, Todd, I haven't had much time to like read books, but I'm a big Audible fan now. I've been buying books left and right on Audible, and every time I'm in the car, I don't listen to music anymore. I force myself to plug in my phone and just listen to the audiobooks. That's my little traveling university now, you know? Bill Bonner, we haven't had much marketing on Tinder either. Always end up being more interested in me. Instead, it's because you're too handsome, Bono. I don't know what to tell you. Hold on a second. You're selling every day whether you realize it or not. Yes, Norma. Yes, we are. We're all salesmen, right? Salespeople. Just bought that book. It's on Audible. Yes, it is. Jared, this is a business. You got to know your product and what it does. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You know, it's really amazing. So I was talking to somebody today, and he said, well, you know, what if the business goes away? What if the FTC comes in and shuts them down? Well, if everybody remains compliant, that's never going to happen, okay? Like not selling things on eBay, obviously. Alex talked about that tonight, too. But if it did, if the business opportunity got shut down tomorrow, guys, I would just go full force back into real estate. It's not a big deal. You would go back to your job, your business. It's not like the life would end, you know. But I can tell you one thing. As long as this product's available, I'm going to use it the rest of my life. The fact that this morning I was squatting, and guys, I'm not trying to power lift or anything, but for me to be able to do, how much was I doing? 265? I'm not sitting here telling you I squat 500 pounds, but 265 for a guy that prior to this product, I couldn't do anything more than walk. Without limping the next day, and I'm squatting 265 pounds. To me, that's a big accomplishment. To me, that's amazing. The fact I'm squatting at all is extremely impressive, and it's thanks to this. That's no placebo effect. For 7 years, I've tried everything. This is the only thing that helped it, okay? And, you know, on our private call here, you know, I would like to tell you that it cured me, but of course, God forbid the FDA saw this, I guess I'd get in trouble. But it's feeling much better, and I'm squatting 265 pounds, okay? Is that compliant? My knee is wonderful, okay? The pain is greatly reduced. So funny how they monitor our language, but you know what I'm saying. What else? Mike Laterra, I'm getting more people recently not interested in the business saying they want the product, don't want to sell. I signed 2 customers yesterday. Excellent, Mike, excellent. That is wonderful, and here's why. People that start with the product, we're finding that 90% of them, after the first bottle or 2, are converting to be wholesale customers. What does that mean? Well, what's the difference between a distributor and a wholesale customer? Nothing. You're still paying the $59 a year, and all I do is relate it back to Sam's Club, Costco, BJ's. Like, listen, it's $59 a year to buy wholesale. You're also going to save money, all right? If, let's say they're a preferred customer on AutoShip, it's $150 a month, $149.99. So you're saving $10 a month, and you get free shipping. So what is that? I don't know, let's say shipping is $7. I know Priority Mail is. So 17 times 12 would be what? That's like $200 a year savings, right? It's worth the $59. Oh, and you have the ability to refer some people. Guys, people that don't want to sell, it's so funny, and Grant Cardone talks about this in the book too. People are so afraid of selling, once again, not realizing that they're selling every day regardless. Agree with them. Hey, listen, you don't like to sell? No problem. You don't have to sell. But wouldn't it be cool for you to be able to buy wholesale? And Mike, bring them in as customers. We talked about that, I think, last week. Customers, retail customers are important. It's also important for the FTC. But they will convert. They will at some point. In fact, who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody, and they said they literally had a customer. Oh, man, it's escaping me. But they were buying the product. They used it for 2 months. They love it. And now they have a neighbor that wants to buy it. So they're saying, can I do that distributor thing and give my link to my customer? Absolutely. Sure you can. Can't remember who was talking to me about that, but that'll happen. Hold on. We missed one. Steve Cucci. People I try to sell get scared when they hear HGH. They think it's like steroids or something. What kind of literature can I read up on to educate them on the gel so they know the product better? 3 things. Number 1, make sure they look at the PDF, the electronic digital product brochure that's on getonthegel.com. Step 1, make sure they read it. A lot of people just watch the video. They don't even click the button. A lot of you have never clicked the button and see there's like a 6 or 8 page PDF there. Breaks down the body, the science, the HGH. Really, really powerful. Step 1. Step 2, send them to your New Your Life website. I would send your affiliate link, but still going to the main page. So newyourlife.com/ whatever your ending is. Why? Tell them to read about the product. It goes into the science, the product, what those other 19 or 20 ingredients are, and it breaks it down. So send them there. And then thirdly, what I've been using a lot is a call by a doctor. It's Dr. David, I can't remember his name right now, but it's a 10-minute call from a doctor, and he's wearing his lab coat, which, you know, like the guys on TV, it looks pretty cool. But I'm going to tell you his name right now, and I'm going to post a link below. I have a video, guys, library called HGH. It's a little folder I created. Here we go, HGH. So, Dr. Dave Carpenter, just like it sounds. And the title of the video is, What is HGH? As soon as we're done, I'll paste it below. But that's a great, quick 10-minute video to hear from a doctor on that, right? So, people don't have to be scared of HGH. A lot of them are because they think steroids, they think bodybuilders and huge muscles and all. Let them know about be proud of the fact that it's a homeopathic microdose, that it's safe, it's effective, there's no known side effects, all that other good stuff. So yeah, and that video will really help. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll post it below. Definitely make sure you watch that, okay? Karen Jackson, Penrod. Hey, Karen, how are you? We need to get you cream for that itch. Who, me? I know, man. My nose is itchy. What the hell? I think I got a nose hair in there or something. I got to pluck that thing out. What the hell's going on here? You know, I got these white hairs growing in my nose. All these people, their gray hair is turning black. Well, you can obviously see mine's not. And I got these white nose hairs, and they're so damn thick, too. I swear to God, they're like 5 times the thickness of a normal hair. It's really disgusting. And they itch. They itch. But anyway, what are you laughing at? Anyway, one more question, Tommy. 4 of my female customers are struggling with adverse effects, diarrhea, nausea, etc. Alex spoke about that on the call tonight. 2 things. If anybody gets any type of a side effect, 1% statistically of the people are going to have a reaction. They're not going to die. They're not going to go to the hospital, but they could break out in a rash on their face. They could have a rash at wherever they rub it in, right? They could feel tired. You say, this gel makes, this gives you energy. Why am I getting tired? 1% of people will have that reaction, but know this, it's not harmful, it's temporary, and all they need to do is reduce the dose. If they're doing 2 blueberries in the morning and 2 at night, cut it in half. Okay, try 1 blueberry in the morning, 1 at night. Try a half a blueberry or a little pea size or an M&M, right? Dr. Georgia Balsey did a call just about this. I actually sent a message to Patty Sinclair today, asking her to get a copy of that call, and I'll paste it below. So anybody who's experiencing any negative reactions, which is very rare, send them that call. I don't think it's a video, it's a call recording, but send them that and let them hear it from the doctor that, listen, rest assured, I haven't heard of any nausea or diarrhea. That may be a coincidence, I don't know. Tell them to stop it for a few days and then start it up again. And when they do start it up, just lower the dosage. That's really what the doctors all recommend, okay? My first 31 people were all distributors because I was pushing that, but now 3 out of 4 customers. So yeah, instead of convincing. Good job, Mike. That's an FTC compliance too. Yes, Dr. David Sabito. It's David, isn't it Frederick Sabito? Frederick Sabito Penny? But that's another great call. I think it was Fred, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, that's another great call if you guys haven't heard it. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. I said I'm going to send you guys some links below, and I won't forget. So I'm going to send you Dr. Carpenter's video, calls with Dr. Georgia, the newest one, not the one you guys have heard before. There's a new one that was recorded. I'm going to send you one. I'm going to make a note of that too. The new call. And then, of course, the Sabito call for those of you who haven't heard it yet. That's the older one, a few months old, but a lot of you haven't heard it yet. So Dr. Sabito. So Dr. Carpenter video on YouTube, Dr. Georgia Balsey, the new call recording, and Dr. Sabito. I'm going to get you guys that below. And if we come up with anything else in the next few minutes, I'll get you that too. Okay. It's the gel. Yeah, it's the gel. White hairs. Serious can go a lot of joint issues. HGH helps increase joint lubrication. That's why big juicers in sports took HGH to help with joint issues, not performance enhancing. Exactly. And you know what? It's funny you mentioned that, Don, because after I had my last knee surgery in 2011, the doctor gave me the choice to get the HGH injections, and it was extremely expensive. In my case, it was $1,600 a month, and of course, insurance wouldn't cover it. And you think they would. I just got a major knee operation, but he said it would help with healing, and that was at Penn, University of Penn in Philadelphia. But I declined at the time, and I didn't want to take any needles, and I didn't want to spend that kind of money. So, but you're absolutely right. That's one of the benefits of it. Dr. Vinny Brupat, yeah, exactly. Is there a call? Is there a public archive of videos and calls? So, yes and no. We're creating units, and I've started creating a Dropbox folder with all calls and all. But oh, that's a great point. Charles Hausman has a Dropbox folder. It's a shared Dropbox folder that you can request access to, and it's constantly updated. So once he shares this folder with you, all you got to do is click the link and share, and anytime he uploads a document, you'll get an email, whether it's a PDF, a video, a recorded call. So let me make a note. I'm going to send you guys that link, Dropbox link. Every one of you, make sure that you subscribe to this Dropbox link because it's full of information like that. It's really, really good, okay? Dropbox link. There's that. Are we allowed to post those document videos on our fan pages? Yes. They were made specifically to share with people. So if you want to post it on your page or send it in a message, absolutely, that's fine. No problem with that, okay? Make sure I didn't miss any calls. Brother, this Facebook Live is vital to the business. You're doing an awesome job. People, stay plugged in and you will win. Thanks, Jared. You know, it's a human touch, right? I mean, every single one of you has my calendar link. And if you don't, look in the announcement above and you'll have it. I'm willing to get on a call with you anytime, but sometimes just to interact like this is important. Alaria and I have decided to do a weekly onboarding call. Where's my drink? I'm gonna fight through it. A weekly onboarding call. So Kim Martin does a weekly conference call once a week. Let's just say it's every Monday at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. or whatever. It's only 30 minutes. And all new people, one of the first things they have to do is get on this call. Have to. We're all independent. Suggested that they do is get on her call in her team, and she goes over the same thing over and over and over again. Here's this, here's that, here's what you want to do first. Well, I thought, why not do one better? Why not do a Zoom where we stream it live into this page at a set time every week so all new people can be directed to that? And if we're using Zoom, say Alaria is going to be doing it, she could do a screen share. So instead of talking about these other pages, show them. Instead of talking about, here's what you want to do in your back office, show them, right? People are visual. So we're going to start doing a weekly streamed live. In addition to this Wednesday one, we're adding on maybe a Monday. We didn't pick the day yet, but we're going to have a weekly live onboarding orientation call. So every one of your new people, as you bring them in, the first thing you want to tell them is make sure you attend this live streaming. And at the end, we're going to take questions. It's going to be interactive. So that's coming. I think that's going to be a huge help and a step up from a conference call. Another thing I'm implementing is I spoke to Stephanie Martin another Diamond Ambassador. And what she does once a week is she has an opportunity call. Guys, these are 15-minute conferences, okay? Imagine if every Thursday night at 8 Eastern or 9 Eastern, you could put your prospects on a quick 15, 20-minute overview with me. It's live, it's every week. So you show them the video, but they want a little bit more information. Get them on that call, right? Get them on that call. She had 60-some people. She's been doing so well with that. She's doing 2 calls a week. Last Sunday night, she had 60 people on the call on the Sunday night. And she's saying most of them are getting in. So very effective. It's another marketing tool. I'm going to start doing that as well. You know, I'm not trying to add more things to my plate just to do it. I'm doing it to help you, to grow the team. Because the faster you grow, the faster I grow, and we all make money. You know, there's nothing worse than being frustrated. So many of you, I know you're frustrated. You're not making any money. You're making little money. You're like, man, I've been working so hard. All I can tell you is that we're all learning, okay? I'm also reading another book, an auto book. It's called Extreme Ownership, and it's by 2 Navy SEALs. And the premise of the book is whatever's going wrong, if you're a leader, you take responsibility for it. So I would have to say, following that concept, if you guys aren't making money, it's my fault. I take responsibility for that because I obviously either wasn't helping you enough, didn't train you the right way, didn't give you the right information because I'm brand new to this business too. So I take responsibility for that. But I'm willing to take responsibility as a leader and help you fix it. As long as you don't quit, as long as you stick in there, we will figure this out together. And that's one of the greatest premises I learned of that book is that as a leader, you take responsibility for the good and the bad. So wherever you're at or not at, it is what it is. We draw a line and move forward. A lot of you have a great foundation, but you know, guys, with the bumps and bruises that we went through, and we're still kind of, you know, limping through some last minute things here. You know, there are going to be people that unfortunately walk away and quit. Now, I think they're going to regret that the rest of their life. I swear I do. But those who stick around, it's going to be okay. I was talking to, who was I talking to? John Lopresto, and a couple of the guys on his team. One of them was, you ever hear Market America, an MLM? Big, multi-billion-dollar company. Another one was Nu Skin. Actually, in Chicago, I met quite a few people that were leaders in Nu Skin. Some of them got in the very beginning. And we're talking people who've been around 20, 30 years. And they said, you have no idea. These companies that do $1 billion+ now, right? They were horrible. People were getting sick. One of the Nu Skin products actually had a lethal lead ingredient in it. They were sued by the FDA, almost went out of business. Product was off the shelf. There was no product for months. People were getting double and triple charge. Back orders. Sound familiar? Now, we haven't had anywhere near the legal problems they've had. We haven't had any legal problems, knock on wood. Credit cards not working. Merchant cards got shut down. Guys, I know you don't want to hear it, but in this industry, with rapid growth comes rapid problems. And so the people who hang in there, there's multi-millionaires today, you know, because they stuck it out. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's the people on your team, it's their choice if they stick around or not. I would just do everything you can to encourage them to hang in there, because if not this, then what? Do I want to go back to doing short sales? Do you really want to go back, Mike, and sell cars the rest of your life? Don, do you want to do real estate deals the rest of your life? I know you don't. You know I don't. So none of us want to do what we've been doing. I don't play the lottery, guys. This is all I got. This is literally all I got. I have to make this work. I have to. And yes, it sucks. And yes, there's things we got to go through, but I don't have a choice. I don't know what else to do. I didn't go to college. I can't get a job. They'd fire me anyway, you know? So anyway, Zoom is a great idea. Yeah, Penny, I love it. It's interactive too, which is cool. Thank you, Norma. All right, guys, I don't want to go too long. It's been about 40 minutes. I mean, listen, I could talk all night long. I'll answer questions all night long. And if you think we should do more of these lives, if you want to, you know, thanks, Mike, you blame me. That's all right. I'll take it. That's all right. I'll take it. You owe me a drink. But anyway, your energy information always. Thank you. Guys, I don't know if you want to, you know, if you need more help and more support, you want to do 2 of these a week. You want to do one at lunchtime one day. You want to do a Monday, Tuesday, pick a day, and we'll do a noon one of these. I don't know. I'm just trying to explain to you that I'm willing to commit and do whatever it takes to support the team, to support you, and to support the new people coming on board. I know we covered a lot in this call, but this live, but I think it was important, the things I covered. I hope people understand. We covered a lot of objections. This, I think, based on your feedback and interaction, I appreciate it. You should tag all your team members, right? Whether they're active or not. Number one, just to recap, please get everybody on this page. Please add them to this group. And then as soon as you add them, tag them to this first. And be like, listen, here's a 40-minute, 40, whatever, 50-minute update. Please watch this. We talked about the state of the union in this call. We talked about objections. We talked about moving forward. We talked about a lot of strategies. We went through scripting. We went through what to say on the phone, what to say on messages. So this was a very good call, you know, in my opinion, thanks to all of you. So please tag your teams, right? Everybody, as soon as we hang up, which will be in about a minute, tag everybody. Just type their name in the comments and let them know, hey man, you missed it Wednesday night. You got to watch this. Because if they plug in, if they understand why we're at where we're at, maybe, just maybe, they'll start taking action. And if they know they have your help and they have my help, then, you know, maybe they will take action. If they don't, there's not much we could do anyway, right? Help less. Help. Yes, Philly, December 14th and 15th. Thank you, Penny. El Barrio tomorrow night for the Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles it is. Ken Rizzo looking for Giants tickets. We won't tell anybody, though. All right, anyway. All right, guys. So that's it. Have a great night. If you need me, three-way call, strategy call, use the link, okay? It's up in the announcements. I will go grab these links for you guys right now. And, you know, let me know what your thoughts are about having an additional live for the team. I would love to add another one in if you guys want it, okay? So let me know, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great night. God bless you guys. I'll see you.